Hi everyone, and welcome to Sacred Cherry Tarot. Welcome back if you are a subscriber or you've been here before. What I'm doing today is a collective spiritual message. This is for anybody that shows up and feels drawn to this reading. What I'm going to do today is not what I've done in the last reading, but I'm going to pull a card from all 4 decks that I own that are animal decks. I'm feeling very drawn to the animal decks for some reason for this message. I'm going to pull a card from each deck, a single card, starting with the Wild Unknown Spirit, Animal Spirit Oracle. Then I'm going to do the Divine Animals Oracle, Whispers of the Ocean, and then the second Divine Animal Oracle card. These are the last ones that I'll pull. So I have 2 that are called Divine Animals Oracle. So we'll see what we get, and the first one is here. Let's get going and see what we pull out for you guys today. Collective spiritual message. What does God's or Spirit have for guidance or advice for the collective? What is the first energy that we have today for the collective? What do the animals have to say? All right, we have our first card. The Dolphin card. This is a water energy, and the dolphins are very fun and playful. I've been seeing a lot of dolphins in videos on social media recently, so this is a very cool card to come up for me personally. They really love, playing with others. People swim with dolphins. By the way, I did see one video about swimming with dolphins in nature versus in captivity, and the dolphins tend to be very unhappy being in captive environments, and they actually have a lot more fun with you if you swim with them in their natural environment. But one of the rules that they say in the natural environment swimming with dolphins is not to touch them, okay? So maybe you're feeling a little bit sensitive but playful at this time. With that being a water card, maybe your emotions are feeling a bit sensitive, but you're feeling a more playful energy than you have in the past. Let's go ahead with the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacey Demarco and see what animal comes out next for us. Yeah, the dolphins are very happy, happy-go-lucky. I mean, as long as they're not in captivity, of course. I hate even mentioning that, but... We got 2 cards out of the Divine Animals Oracle deck. The first one is number 22, Learning, the Sacred Ibis. Sacred. The second one that came out is number 44, Truth, the Jackal. So the card, at the bottom it says Learning and the Truth for these 2 cards here. I'm seeing the Sacred Ibis as being very inquisitive, curious. Maybe this feeling that you're having now of playful fun in your emotions is leading to you to be more curious, to learn more. And you're wanting to go deeper into spirit and learn more about how to balance your energies. And that's number 22 and then 44. So the progression makes me think with this jackal here that maybe you are going to come into some truths that could be a little bit difficult to hear. This is definitely playing with, or not playing with. I'm just saying it's referencing your emotions because of that dolphin spirit. The jackal being the truth, they can tend to be a little scary. That image there is domineering, maybe a little harsh. I remember reading the description of this card, and it talks about how things may appear a little harsh, but the truth is necessary in a lot of situations. And maybe this truth is going to come in because of your curiosity, but maybe it's a little bit difficult for you to process a truth that you're discovering about yourself, about others, maybe just about manifesting in general. Let's get a Whispers of the Ocean card. There's dolphins on the bottom of that too. Let's shuffle and see what we get here for the collective spiritual message. Got 2 cards here as well. So the first card is number 34, the gift of neutrality. Balance is at work in your life. Yin and yang are opposites in energy, but reside side by side to create the gift of neutrality. And then we got number 8, keeping it in check. Pay attention to what is going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. So it is very obvious that you are having some fun curiosity about spirituality, and this is leading you on a mission to learn something new, okay? In this process of learning new things, you may come across things that are a little bit harsh, maybe a little bit shocking to discover about yourself, about others, about spirit. But you have to keep in mind that you always have the gift of neutrality. When there are times when you're feeling that curious, fun, playful discovery energy of the sacred ibis, maybe you take on your masculine energy, which we all have both in each of us. We have masculine and feminine energies. The masculine energy is when you take off your curious, fiery, passionate discovery learning. And then maybe when you hear this hard truth or discover this thing about yourself, step into your feminine energy and just reserve, take a break, sit back, process, and think about what this holds for you. And that is keeping it in check. Doing the work necessary. This is shadow work. This is how spirituality works for each and every one of us. Just pay attention to what's going on around you. Look at what comes in. Whatever this truth is that you discover could be a little bit harsh, might make you feel a little bit taken aback. What you need to do during that time is work on your shadow energy and keep it in check. This is the work, the spiritual work necessary for ascension and growth. You don't want to miss out on something, take something personal and disregard it, be knocked off of your spiritual path just because you can't find reasons why you're learning something new in this process, okay? Let's go ahead and pull our last card, the Divine Animal Oracle cards by Shaun Gibson. Keep getting 2 cards. Okay, the first card that came out is the Fox card. Intuitive, observant, intellectual. You are being guided to look beyond the shadow side of any relationship. Open your eyes, mind, and heart to the limitless opportunities around you. This doesn't necessarily reference a romantic relationship. I think that what this is saying is that you open your eyes and mind to the relationship you have with yourself and the divine, to the yin and yang energy that we all have, to remain in a neutral state. By doing this, you remain intuitive, observant, and intelligent by keeping that thing in check. Checking yourself before you wreck yourself. And the last card that we have is the Frog. The Frog. Impulse, adaptivity, and voice. You are being guided to jump over any obstacles and embrace the change in your life. Truth has an expiration date, and the time is now to speak your new truths. Show the world your voice, acknowledge your desires, and leap with faith towards what matters to you. So this is you stepping into that masculine energy. Okay, we don't want you to lose that because it's very clear that you are now curious and you're feeling playful and you want to indulge yourself in the spirit realm and learning about your own yin yang energy within yourself to balance the relationship that's within you. We want you to keep that curiosity and keep learning. Don't lose this whenever anything comes up that may be a little bit of a harsh truth. Okay, guys? These are the shadow sides of ourselves. These are things that we all encounter when working out spiritually, spiritual weightlifting. The important thing is, just like when you're weightlifting, you try to make sure that you do equal amounts of effort on each side to keep your body balanced. And that plays the exact same way when working with spirit, because the gift of neutrality is that we can improve both sides, the masculine and feminine energy, to have forward movement. And by keeping that in check, you're doing yourself a huge favor. You become more intuitive, observant, and intellectual. We all want that, right? The impulse, adaptivity, and voice. This is really focusing on the masculine energy for me, because the impulse, adaptivity, and voice, that's you projecting out the energy that you receive. So by neutralizing this harsh truth that you discover, you may find a way to share this truth with others once you've figured out why you are realizing this truth, and you are able to use your masculine energy to share that with others in the future. This is your voice. This is the forward movement. This is the masculine energy. And maybe that's something that you're really needing to work on. Because the balanced human, spiritual human, creates the most forward movement, makes the most impact on us as a whole collective. Wow, that's pretty cool, guys. So keep the fun energy alive, guys. This is awesome. I love seeing this in regards to spiritual work. You know, you're having fun with it, you're feeling playful, but don't let these negative, not necessarily, I mean, they are negative, it's just contrast that comes in to teach us lessons about life, to teach us things that help us balance ourselves, to stay in that neutrality position, okay? Don't get defeated, keep it in check, and keep it moving, all right? This is good for you, good workout, okay? I hope you enjoyed this message. Please like if it resonated for you so that YouTube can see that I do produce quality content. I did just restart my channel, so I'm brand new here. Also, if you would like to see more messages from me, subscribe. I will do more messages I pull out of the jar to determine which reading is next. And lastly, if you know anybody that could use this information, feel free to share it with them. And I will see you next time, collective. Have a wonderful day. Bye.